What is good, Patriots Nation? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations of another day here in New England for Patriots training camp. A very intriguing day of practice. Nothing crazy because it was raining. They wanted to take it a little bit slow. But the first day that we seen Bill Belichick bring out some refs for today's practice. So that was very interesting to watch. Now, we do have a couple of breakdowns that I want to make sure you guys are kept up to date with. A couple of things to note. Now, before we get into that, make sure you guys do me a huge favor by hitting that like button just so we can help this video get out to more Patriots fans around the world. But also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, which includes signings, the draft, or not the draft, trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you can think of, as well as I will be live streaming games as well. So if you guys are interested in any of that, make sure you guys join the family. Turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a video or go live for a game. But without any further ado, let's talk about a few quick notes. Now, I did already bring up that there were refs at practice. They kind of wanted to get more of a game feel in here before Thursday's game versus the Texans. So that was a little cool aspect that they added to practice day. We also heard Bill Belichick was extremely happy that Matt Judon is finally under contract and they don't have to worry about him playing or not playing throughout the season. He's locked in. He's going to be here for a few more years, and Bill Belichick was definitely happy about that. We also saw Joe Mazzulla, the Boston Celtics head coach, here at practice talking a little bit with Bill Belichick, kind of picking his brain a little bit and kind of coming together as a community here in the New England-Boston area. So that was definitely something to see. We also saw, Kayshon Boutte had an amazing day of practice, had one of his best, or probably the best catch of his practice so far, or of his career here in Boston, New England, I should say. He had a great leaping one-handed catch from Malik Cunningham, which is another thing. Malik Cunningham starting to take some quarterback reps, which is, something a little bit surprising. I mean, he was a very good quarterback at Louisville in terms of being a playmaker, electricity. I mean, the man can move quick on his feet and just do, a bunch of different things as a quarterback, a mobile quarterback. But Bill Belichick finally used him at quarterback, got him a couple of reps here and there, and he made a couple of good passes, including the one to Kayshon Boutte where he went up for a leaping one-handed grab. So that was definitely exciting to see from him. We also saw, just his ability to run the football. I mean, talking about Malik Cunningham, even Mac Jones said after practice, it's awesome, man. He's very athletic. He's a smart kid. He works hard, doesn't get a lot of reps, but you can see when he's in there, he's a little bit of a playmaker. And he also said, maybe I can take some of his running ability and add it to my game. I don't know how real that's going to be, but yeah, Malik Cunningham is an absolute threat when it comes to moving or running with the football. So we'll see if they utilize him a lot in the preseason. I kind of do expect them to at least throw him in a couple of different sets on the offense at quarterback, maybe even at wide receiver as well. And we all know how Julian Edelman turned out, so you never really know what Malik Cunningham's future is here in New England, but it could be a bright one with his versatility. Now, we also saw Christian Barmore picked up Cody Russi off his feet, man. Christian Barmore has looked like a absolute dog so far in training camp, and he's really starting to pick it up here, man. He literally picked the dude off his feet, moved him right out the way, so that was fun to see. We also saw Marcus Jones versus Demario Douglas, and that was a head-to-head matchup that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, but man, it's getting intense. Demario Douglas has showcased his speed, athleticism, the way he moves his feet. I mean, both these guys, Marcus Jones and Demario Douglas, have been very good so far in camp, and they're going to continue to get better here over the next couple of weeks. But I'm very excited to see what Demario Douglas can do in the preseason. First game is on Thursday. I will be live for that game, so if you guys do want to watch that with me, make sure you guys join the family, turn on post notifications. So if you guys want to see how Demario Douglas plays, let's react to it together. We also, there was raining during practice today, so they didn't really go too hard. As you can see, a little bit of walkthrough plays, not really going too crazy. So that was, something to take note of. But we'll see how practice gets ramped up over the next couple of days here. I want to see more Mac Jones. I want to see more Bailey Zappi before, the first preseason game, but I'm very excited for that game. Now, comment down below right now, who is one player that you're extremely excited to watch in preseason, whether it be a rookie, a second-year player, a free agent signing, a veteran. Who are you most excited to see throughout the preseason? For me, I'm excited to see Demario Douglas just because of the fact that he's been so good throughout training camp. I feel like I'm excited to see what he can do in an actual game, but I'm also excited to see a guy like Trey Nixon, who was actually really good during the preseason last year. I want to see if he can continue to bring that again. And then maybe the last guy I have on my list here is Marte Mapu, a guy who's been playing, or also Christian Gonzalez as well. But Marte Mapu is a guy who they've been playing at linebacker. He's been working out with the DBs. So a guy who I think has a tremendous amount of versatility, a guy who can be moved in and out of different spots on this defense and has just shown amazing IQ as a rookie. So I think this is someone who, Bill Belichick is going to look to bring on full-time and be a full-time starter at some point over the next couple of years, maybe even this year. I'm not really too sure, but he is definitely someone I'm excited to see. But with that being said, let me know who you're excited to see throughout the preseason. Like I said, a rookie, veteran, new signing. Let me know who you're excited to see. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Join the family. Like I said, I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you could think of. Make sure you guys join the family. And also check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys play fantasy football and don't want to go through the headache of making start-sit decisions, make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy. Use my promo code, and you'll hear all about it in this next little segment. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.